My journey, my ancestor journey is writing a book, and my book is going to explain my ancestors' journey from pretty much Africa, the west coast of Africa, from South Carolina to here in Tennessee. So the introduction goes in January 12th, 2023. I sat in my bed thinking about my ancestors. My mind was pondering and thinking about what life was like in the 1800s. The three main questions I asked myself was, who am I? Where did I come from? And where am I going? These questions I asked myself regarding my ancestors and what flows through my blood led me on this interesting journey of enslaved ancestors. As I research, I have discovered so much more than any human can bear, starting from the negative and ending with the positive, wondering will this change ever remain or will history repeat itself? This research started from the archives, documentaries, interviews, and books. A country young lady born in Columbia, Tennessee, Maury County, has always had a strong love and passion for Black American history, always wondering the main questions of what happened and why did such events take place. Being a native of this county, needing such answers of why things were the way they were, things that taken place in the South of enslavement and segregation. Growing up, I heard stories of segregation, and the answers most of the time was that's the way things were. As a young child, that wasn't enough for me. Learning the true meaning of the word mulatto and trying to understand why my skin tone is different from others. Mulatto meaning or referred to a mixed race ancestry that includes European and African roots in the 17, 18, and 1900s third species. Learning that if the mother was from an African root, the child was considered whatever the mother race is, but the child was mulatto. Seeing different shades of African Americans, but truly we are descendants of enslaved African Americans. My enslaved ancestor journey started in Kingstree, South Carolina, and finally calling Maury County, Tennessee home. Research shows that enslaved African was ported from Charleston, South Carolina, and distinguished throughout the South. Enslaved African American history will always tell a story of how America was built from slavery. Being in Maury County, the countryside has always had such a beautiful scenery. And I'm going to kind of stop there because I see the clock is really ticking.
Well, you still have the full 4 minutes to share the story, so keep going.
Okay, sorry. Okay, being in Maury County, the countryside has always had such beautiful scenery. The rides to the countryside, seeing cows, crops growing in beautiful fields with tractors growing up as a child was overly exciting. Also, seeing old country churches off the road, such scenery has a story to tell. Seeing this as a child, I never realized that the countryside landscape was rooted in our ancestors. Being promised 40 acres and a mule, that promise was never fulfilled to such deserving people. This county is also known for Mule Day, and I will mention later in this book exactly how that was established and the true meaning behind it. Yet to this day, every first Saturday in April, people will come together and celebrate the mules on this day with a parade having numerous people coming from all over the United States to experience this day of celebration. African American history started out as a horrifying story, yet turned out to be beautiful. The beauty is learning about family backgrounds, genealogy, cooking, dancing, singing, and much more. If you investigate historical cemeteries, you will find enslaved ancestors' burials, churches they possibly attended, and the locations of where they live. Cemeteries will grant you a guaranteed start at the beginning and the end of life with exact dates. Most of the times, if the enslaved was favored by their plantation master, the enslaved and family members would be buried on the plantation property or with the slave master. Our past has led us into something so amazing that by faith, God has fulfilled his promises to all his children. Here in Maury County, Tennessee, you will learn about the negative and the positives regarding how it all started and where we are today.
Thank you.
I know